afternoon, Sycamore. This is your afternoon session for Monday the 22nd of February. This is a combination of subjects actually. This lesson is a mixture of DT, Design and Technology, but also Science. So within this lesson, our what is to understand what a balanced diet means. And I'm going to run you through in a bit more detail what that means, and then we are going to complete a follow-up task. So, Sycamore, this is the Eat Well guide, and this gives us a bit of information about what it means to have a balanced diet. So there are certain amounts and certain types of foods that we need to eat in order to stay healthy, and then there's some types of food that we'll explore in a bit that we don't eat so much of, but I'm pretty sure that you guys have a good idea of this already. Okay, so let's go through that. To be healthy, nutritious food is needed to provide energy for the body. A variety of food is needed in the diet because different foods contain different substances, so that's different things, that are needed to keep you healthy. An average meal should be made up of 1/3 carbohydrates. So you can see on the slide here, the yellow bit, that's 1/3 of a circle, isn't it? That's all your carbohydrates. 1/3 should be fruit and vegetables, so that's the other third that's here. And the remaining 1/3 split between dairy and alternatives, protein, so that's things like fish, egg, meat, beans, and a little bit of fat, which is your oils and spread. Now, per day, you need to drink between 6 to 8 glasses of water, or an alternative, but we try not to drink lots of fizzy drinks and things like that, don't we? Okay, so that's just a bit bigger, so when you come to complete your task, you'll be able to look at this again. So carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are things like potatoes, bread, rice, pasta. You can see on the picture there's Weetabix, you've got porridge. All these types of food, they give you energy, and 1/3 of your plate needs to be carbohydrates. The other 1/3 of your plate needs to be fruit and vegetables, and I wonder if you guys can remember, you need to eat five fruits and vegetables a day, okay, and that helps to keep your body healthy. Then in the last third of the Eat Well plate is split into 3 bits, if you remember, and one of those bits, it is the proteins. So that includes things like egg, nuts, beans, meat, different types of meat, fish. So for example, it says here beans, pulses, fish, eggs, meat and other proteins. And within that next third, so you've got the proteins, but then you've got your dairy and other alternatives. So for example, that means things like cheese, milk, yogurt. But if, for example, you are dairy intolerant or you're vegan, you can get your alternative in terms of drinking things like soya milk, oat milk, different things like that. Okay, and the smaller section within that last third was oils and spreads, so those things help our diet as well. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the lesson, we should aim to drink between 6 to 8 glasses of water, lower fat milk, sugar-free drinks including tea and coffee per day. But we should try not to drink lots of drinks that have got too much sugar in them, things like fizzy drinks and lots of fruit juice, because that's not so good for us. Now, something to note before you go on to do your challenge is foods like chocolate, crisps, cake, all those kinds of foods. These are something that they're not actually included in the Eat Well plate, and that is because they are foods that you can eat, but they're foods that you shouldn't eat lots of. Okay? Now, your challenge is to sort the foods according to their food groups. So what I mean by that, in your pack there are some pictures of different foods, and what I want you to do is think carefully about what type of food they are. Which group, which bit of the plate would they sit on? Are they carbohydrates? Are they fruits and vegetables? Are they proteins? Are they dairy? I want you to work it out for me and then put them onto the plate and then upload your work to Dojo for me. Off you go.